Hey, buddy, do you like to swing? Come with me. You're listening to Emma Claire, the best of all things swinging on Prohibition Radio.
Hi, I'm Emma Claire and welcome to the Prohibition Radio Show. I'd just like to say a huge thank you to Tallulah Goodtimes for stepping into my shoes last month as she hosted a very special International Women's Day show. This month it is the turn of the Swingrowers to guest on the show, and I cannot wait to share with you my interview and also their favourite electro swing songs. But for now, brand new music. This is Jive Me, Starry Night with Prolita on the remix. What an absolutely dreamy sound there from Jive Me and Prolita. More new music now from the Swingrowers, and they have just released their brand new album Hybrid. This is the intro track from the album. It's In the Blink of an Eye. I absolutely love it. It's slightly different actually. It's not what you might expect from electro swing, which is why I picked it to play on the show. I know the band are a big fan of this track. I absolutely love it. See what you think.
When destiny changes plans, involved in their story in this barren world. Here, by the slightest chance, a small seed has been sown. Proud by the wings of a butterfly, its course unknown. On this new world, old rules need not apply. Infinite possibilities appear in the blink of an eye. Living life to flourish in its truest form. A hybrid sprout, free from structures, free not to conform.
Find us on Facebook, facebook.com, Prohibition MCR.
You've just been listening to the sounds of Mr. Jazek, Break It Up, out on Electro Swing Thing. And now I have an exclusive track for you, actually. This one hasn't been released yet, but it will be out next month on the Prohibition record label. It is James Jive featuring Julio Marx. Swing Me Up, Scotty, and you heard it here first.
You're listening to the Prohibition Radio Show.
Absolutely classic electro swing sound from James Jive. I can't wait to release that one on the Prohibition record label next month. And now heading into something a little bit housey. This is the Funk Junkies with Jackin' Jive. I actually found this one whilst I was hunting for music in the Jackin' House section on Tracksource. It's out on Blockhead Recordings. Not familiar with the Funk Junkies. I'm excited to see what they come out with in the future. Absolutely love this track. I hope you guys do too.
Makes you 9 foot tall when you're 4 foot 5. Gonna tell you about the jumping jive. Jim Jim jump the jumping jive. Cat's gonna beat out the smeller jive. Beat it out on the mailer side. Dim dim jump to the jumping jive. Makes you dim dim jump to the jumping jive. Makes you dim dim jump to the jumping jive. Makes you dim dim jump to the jumping jive. Makes you dim dim jump to the 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 dim 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 Jim Jim jump the jumping jive. Cat's gonna beat out the smeller jive. Beat it out on the mailer side.
So one last track to play you before my interview with the Swingrowers. This was out in March, track entitled Jackin' Samba, out on Turtle Wax Recordings. It's by a guy called Raphael Chiavolino. I think that's how you pronounce it. Those of you who watch the show will know that my pronunciation of foreign names is somewhat dodgy, so apologies to the producer of this record if I got it completely wrong. Without further ado, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome to the show one of the original electro swing bands, the Swingrowers. I had such a fun chat with the band when I caught up with them over Zoom. I hope you guys enjoy listening to the interview. After this, we're going to roll straight into their top 10 electro swing tracks. Hi, Swingrowers. How are you? Welcome to the Prohibition Radio Show.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, it's lovely to virtually meet you all. And it's really exciting to have you actually, because you guys have just released your new album. So congratulations on that one.
Thank you. Thank you. We are really excited about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So am I. And before we kind of dive into the interview, it would be nice to kind of meet each band member. So if you could just say your name and what role you do in the band. So Pisk, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm Pisk, Roberto Costa, born, and I am the producer of the band.
Hi, I'm Loredana. I'm the singer and songwriter.
Hello, I'm Ciro Pusaderi, and I play the saxophone and other stuff.
And I'm Alessio Postaiola, and I play the guitar and electronic instrument.
That's awesome. And I have to say, your English is much better than my Italian, so we are off to a good start. I can say ciao, and that's about it. So
ciao, basta.
Ciao. Ciao to everybody. Okay, so I'm sure, myself and the listeners included, we're all really excited to hear about the album. So obviously it's called Hybrid and it is out on Freshly Squeezed Music. Now in English, the word hybrid can mean something which combines two elements. So for you guys, that would be electro swing and vintage pop music. Is this why you decided to call it Hybrid?
It's not the only reason. Of course, the style of the whole album is a mix between different styles and sounds, but is there a more complex concept behind the name, the artwork, and the whole product? Hybrid for us represent a sort of proud and freedom to be more things in the same times, and to be whatever you want, whenever you want, and wherever you want.
Woo, that's awesome. I love it. The mantra to be whatever you want and the freedom. So is that the kind of inspiration behind the album? You wanted to really kind of tell that story about, inspire people to be kind of what they want to be?
Okay, we were inspired by the society. We asked ourselves a question, what it would be like to live and to express yourself without being conditioned by society. Yeah. Obviously, it's impossible to imagine it for the society we live in, because we are all conditioned by other people. But we imagined a new life, developing on a new planet, a desert planet, without roots. And we imagined that without rules, the life can develop free to express the true essence. I think that you remember our Butterfly, the song. Yes, and the story in the new album Hybrid is continuing because Butterfly has taken the space shuttle
at the end of the song.
Yeah, and she in the new album and in this new story, this butterfly arrived on a desert planet, bringing with her a seed. Yes, and a seed that give life to a very big and colorful tree. And in this tree, each branch give life to different flowers and fruits. So it's a hybrid life.
Wow, that is so cool. That's an amazing story. And you know what? I'd never have guessed that from the title. So thank you for sharing that. And it's interesting to hear what you say about the continuation of your songs. So Butterfly has kind of led you into hybrids. So I'd be really interested to know kind of like how you guys approach writing the songs.
Yeah, we have not a pattern. We just are free during the process of creation. So maybe Alessio start to make a progression of chord, and I create the riff, and Pisk make the drum, and so. So we don't like be have a cage of creation, you know what I mean? Just be free.
We usually just stay in the studio and we just put on the table our ideas, and from there we start to approach and to make our own everyone, and we start to mix the ideas and then to decide which way to take, no?
Yeah, maybe 1 week later we change everything.
Yeah, sometimes yeah, because you know when you make music and after some hours, some days, you rehear your stuff, and sometimes you have to trash it because you realize after what you made. Because sometimes when you make music, you are totally inside, totally inside in the production moment, with your mind. You are inside totally, and
totally focused.
Totally focused.
And there are so many elements to care about, because you have to care about of the listeners, and also of your part of
the harmonies.
So you have to create a mix between the two things: the market of music, the musical market, and your creativity.
A mix between what do you like as an artist and what people like as audience.
That's really interesting and insightful. Actually, it's really great to hear your kind of approach to music, and you're 100% right. You know you have to stay true to yourself, but at the end of the day, you need to produce music that your audience want to hear. So, yeah, that's really cool. And I always ask guests this question about their music, and it's quite an impossible one to answer. But do you guys have a favorite song from the album?
Yeah, usually when we make an album, it's difficult to explain which one is your story, which one represents someone for you. But here we don't have the same song favorite, but for sure the intro that will be in a blink of an eye. It's our special track that introduced probably the whole album.
The concept,
because
explain the concept.
A great production that it's more experiment sound. There is a strange sound. It's not probably electro swing with rhythm, with the beat, but we started the experiment with the synthesizer sounds, saxophone, guitars, voice. And finally it's a great track that for me is really emotional, I think. So also there is dynamics, there is like a crescendo. I don't know if it's in English the right
yeah, no, crescendo is the word.
And there is also the poetry of Loredana.
Yes, it is the only track with spoken vocals. And for me, the favorite one is Invisible Army, because I really love the meaning of this song and also the flow of the sounds.
That's great. Yeah. And it's lovely to hear, because you're obviously so passionate about your music, and normally people shy away from that question, but it's great to hear that you've all kind of got your kind of certain kind of sound on the album that really resonates with you. So that's great.
We are really proud of this album, because it was created in a hard period, and there are a lot of meanings, strong meanings inside of it.
Yeah, that's really special, and I think it's interesting you mentioned lockdown. I wasn't going to mention it because it's kind of like it's stuff that gets talked about a lot, but you're right. I mean, has that been a positive in some ways to you because you've had more time to kind of really focus on music?
Yeah, not always. Yeah, not at all, by the way. But yeah. For most of it, yeah.
I'd like to kind of go back kind of before electro swing and kind of really know what kind of brought you all to the genre. Was it a particular artist that you heard, or is it a kind of performance that you went to? What kind of brought you into the scene?
As a band, we get in touch with the first compilations, the first albums, because we were one of the first bands in all the world that started to
produce electro swing. And I think in 2009, 2008 we started to listen individually the electro swing compilation from Freshly Squeezed Music, Wagram as well, and was an inspiration because we are all from swing and from jazz, but I mean I'm not musician like guitar player or piano player, but I love that sound, the vintage sound of the swing, so the records from 40s, 30s. Guys, Alessio come from Django Reinhardt playing.
I come from bebop, Charlie Parker. So.
Ooh, nice.
So and I was producing electronic music since a lot of years, and this combination between the electronics and the vintage sound that I really love was very, very interesting to experiment on.
And for me, as a singer, as a vocalist, I really loved this mix. I love the vintage style in everything, clothes and style and music. So the mixed to old and new for me is great, and I really loved.
That's great. So you've all kind of got this mixture of backgrounds and different reasons why you got into music. And how did you guys meet? How did you kind of come to form the Swingrowers?
It was a long story. It's like more than 10 years ago.
We met, me and Fisk met.
In a record session in studio.
Yeah.
And I was recording something and she was on the vocal. And I proposed her to make something together, to sing on some...
I proposed you to make...
I don't remember who, but because she was really... she was in contact with electro swing already, with her way, and me as well, from different way. We met, was luckily...
fate.
Luckily fate. And she came in my home and we recorded the first song, Bim Bam Boom Bay, like in one afternoon. And it was okay, it was nice. And then we met Alessio playing in Palermo with Django Reinhardt style. And we asked him to come in studio to record guitars. And then we bring him into the project, bringing him to the first gig that was in UK for opening Stellar. So it was his first.
Wow, that is an amazing debut. I mean. Setting the bar high for yourselves there.
Yeah, it was nice. And then we met also Ciro. After we tried with different sax players and clarinet players, but after a while we met Ciro, and it was love with him.
It was a funny story. For Ciro, because both me and Alessio said, I know a saxophone player is really good, Okay, Ciro came in the studio, but it's my saxophone player. No, it's the proposed, so it was really nice fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Amazing. That's great to hear. And you must have had some pretty cool experiences as a band on the road. What's the kind of craziest thing that's ever happened to you guys when you're on tour?
There are so many.
Yeah, the craziest one happened in Montreal. It was a sold out gig, and I was singing on stage, and and they left me alone.
Oh no!
Yeah. During the concert, and do you want to know for what? Because they went to the toilet.
It was during the in the half maybe of the concert. Yeah, we ran after during the finish of the song. Maybe we just ran to the toilet, and she was there singing alone. She was nice because it was in front of 500 people.
Yeah. I started to improvise acting with the audience.
With claps, I remember some kind of interaction with the people. It was nice. And then when I came back from the toilet, I fall down in the stage. Because it was a stage monitor. It was all there was not so many lights, so I didn't see.
Yeah.
I fell down, pam, in front of people, and everybody laughing.
Well, way to make an entrance, huh? I mean,
it was a disaster, but people loved it a lot.
Exactly. And have you kind of got a favourite place where you played? You must have been to some amazing cities and played some great events. Have you got a kind of standout place?
We can make a very long list.
I can imagine it's a hard question to answer, isn't it?
Yeah, because we played so many gigs everywhere. But I think one of the best was US. We made 3 tours in US, I think. Long tours, and all US is amazing. All North America, also Canada was amazing. India for me was one of the best travel.
Japan.
Yeah, Japan was incredible.
Nice.
Japan was incredible. We get 2 sold out in the same day, and we really loved the fact that we signed hundreds and hundreds of autographs after the show, because people welcomed us like really rock stars, and they loved us, and it was really, really nice. Yeah.
That sounds great. I bet the food's amazing in Japan as well. I'd love to go, all the noodles and everything. And is there anywhere you haven't played that you'd really like to?
Australia and South America, because we have a lot of fans in South of America, like Argentina, Brazil, and they really, really want to see us live, and we want to share our music with them. Yeah.
That's great. I know Brazil, I've been doing a couple of Zoom parties for brands over in Brazil during lockdown, and they seem to really know how to party, so I bet that would be a great one for you. And obviously there haven't been any gigs over the last 12 months, which is a shame. Have you guys been up to taken up any new hobbies or learned any new skills with your time? What have you been doing?
Me? I'm improving my music business skills, and I'm working as a social media manager with some artists and companies.
Oh wow!
Because hobbies.
I tried to improve my possibility and capacity to speak English. I know you don't believe in this.
No, I do. You're doing great.
I had the possibility to make subscribing in Netflix, and so watch a movie
in original
language.
That sounds great.
for me was I want to thank the coronavirus, because it was the opportunity to, after like four years of working hard works, to open my academy is where we are now, an Academy of Electronic Music and Sound Design. So yeah, it was an opportunity, because we, without tours, we staying in our city, I had the time to do it. Finally.
Yeah, that's great. And yeah, I'm impressed. You guys have been embracing your free time, and it's Pisk, your academy sounds amazing, and the social media management and everything, that's well done. I wasn't expecting that. So
you know what, musician is a hard job, you know, and you have to stay alive, to feed your mind all the time in every way you can.
Absolutely, and it really sounds like you've embraced the time.
Yeah, and you have to be able to reborn when it is necessary.
This is true, and it ties into your album about being reborn and expression. So yeah, that's great. And when the restrictions allow, do you have plans to tour?
We had a lot of cancelled gigs last year, and so we're waiting for the reprogrammation, and to schedule every gigs again for next year and next years. We still don't know, but one of these is the festival in US. SXSW, that is amazing. We were very excited to go there. Was in March, I think, but it was coronavirus, so we were stopped and was cancelled and probably postponed for
we don't know when.
We also hope to play Hybrid, the new album, live.
Yes, indeed. Everybody needs to hear it. Like, it's going to be amazing when it happens. So let's keep our fingers crossed that you can tour again soon. And where do you see yourselves in 12 months? You know, what's on plan for Swingrowers? What have you got coming up? Oh, have you got some secret things?
No.
We learned it with this pandemic that maybe it's better don't make plan. So maybe life can change in a blink of an eye.
In a blink of an eye. Yeah.
So we just live day per day. Of course, we have our purpose as band, individual, and we continue to create music.
Yeah,
of course.
We are in studio almost every day, and we keep going to make music, and because the streams are really
are going very good anyway.
Very good, yeah.
So Spotify, YouTube, we are proud of our fan base, because we have a lot of people who follow us also during this period, and also I think we have more streaming now in coronavirus period than last year maybe, and so we are really happy and ready to release the album. We hope it will be good. Nick, our boss of the label of Freshly Squeezed Music, is very excited, and we can just work and waiting for reopening of the world.
Like being toured again.
Exactly, that's great. And you hit on a good point there about how your audience numbers and people listening to your music has increased. I think there's been some real positives to come out of the coronavirus outbreak. I think people are online more, and it's giving artists a chance to reach new fans in a way. So I think you'll be in a really strong position when the world opens back up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people will be. It's waiting for this so much.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that leads me nicely into our little kind of feature where we ask some of your fans and the Prohibition followers for some questions for you guys. So the first question is from a girl called Sarah, and she wants to know actually how you properly pronounce your band name, because she's heard various people try to pronounce it Swingrowers and Swingrowers, which I think both are wrong. So maybe you guys could tell us exactly how you pronounce the name.
First of all, we want to say ciao to Sara.
Ah.
And we want to invite everyone to listen to our first album that was called...
Pronounce it Swingrowers.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, there's the key. Yeah, it's pronounced Swingrowers.
Right.
Because it's from the growers of our Sicily. It's a long story, but not maybe... you want to tell or it's too no. Okay, no, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Swingrowers. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, listen, everybody, listen to the first album. It'll explain to you where the name comes from. So, great question there, Sarah. And we've got a question from Chris. He wants to know, he says you've 100,000 subscribers post on Facebook recently had pictures of you guys in horses' heads, which isn't very electro swing, but a great touch of personality. How do you balance the electro swing aesthetic with your own personalities and expression?
We are just artists, so artists are free to express.
Yes.
Without boundaries.
The picture he have seen, it's one taken from our video clip called Selfie Face. You can check it out. And it was funny to record the video clip with these masks. Horses mask and not horses or animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. It's really interesting to hear you guys speak, because you're really passionate about, you know, expressing your kind of true creativity, which is it's really great to hear. And I know it's it's inspiring me from, you know, as a producer artist. I'm sure it's going to inspire a lot of other people. So thank you for sharing that one.
Thank you.
And we've got another question for you from a guy called Phil. Now, he's quite new to electro swing, so he's wanting kind of your kind of input as to, you know, for somebody new to the genre, what tracks would you recommend him listening to? And also, which tracks of yours should he listen to? Like, what are you most proud of?
We can suggest all the Swingrowers album. Yeah, no, Remote, one of my favorite. Remote album is one of the most beautiful that we made, and I suggest to listen to it fully for the whole album probably.
Yeah.
But for sure, some new production like Butterfly, for example, we are really proud of it because it was like we didn't expect that she arrived to 5 million on YouTube and a lot of Spotify. So it was like a surprise, and we are really happy. And people know it, sing it during the concert when we made the concert. You remember? It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Butterfly for me was one of the great track, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah, that's.
If you have other tracks.
Also, 7 Million Faces. There is one of the new
single
album songs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And I forgot to ask you actually, and it kind of ties into what we're talking about now. Do you have a favourite song to perform on stage out of all?
Yes, it's a live version of the song My Mood. There is in the album Outside In, because we create a lot of interactions with the crowd on the song.
It's the drum and bass vibes.
Yes, drum and bass always goes down well. It's a nice break, isn't it, in between the electro swing?
Yeah.
And got kind of like a couple of silly questions here for you now. So I think this one came about. I asked Parrot Stella this question, and his answer quite surprised me actually. So I'm interested to hear what you guys say. In a hypothetical universe, if you couldn't be musicians, what would you be?
Me again, a musician.
No, you're not allowed to be a musician.
Oh my God. Maybe a plane pilot.
Nice.
Yeah, Shiro knows everything about.
I like fly, you know.
Yeah.
Me, a full-time traveler. Without job,
Without money.
Without money, just traveling. And dream. Travel and dream.
Me, I don't know. I have to think about it during. You want us to reply about it?
I don't know. I would like a video gamer tester.
Yes, great one.
Me, a tester of mattresses.
They do lots of sleeping. That's great. That's really cool. And a little bit of a silly one to ask you here. I'd like to know one random fact about each band member of the Swingrowers. So, maybe you wanted to be an astronaut when you were kids. Maybe you hate cheese. Just one random thing that we don't know about you.
Yeah, I hate fish. Really, I just eat tuna and that's it.
Yeah, he's the only person in Sicily, Sicily fish.
Yeah.
But,
It's unusual.
I'm allergic to non mi ricordo come si dice.
To shrimp.
No, è più
But it is
complicato.
shrimp.
Oh, no.
Okay, wait, you reply. I'll think about that.
Random, I love dark chocolate.
Ooh, that is quite strange.
50%.
Yeah, it's usually milk chocolate. Brilliant.
I don't know. I like the whiskey and dark chocolate.
Well, I'm getting a theme going on here. So we know what to put on the rider for Prohibition when you guys come over there. And it's going to be a bottle of whiskey and some dark chocolate.
I am just allergic to shellfish.
Well, we won't include shellfish then.
No, please. No,
But there is.
there is another secret.
There is another secret that we share all together because we like whiskey, dark chocolate, and stuff. That we get a whiskey shot before to jump on stage every week.
Is that kind of like a tradition then before you?
Yeah, at least one.
Any particular whiskey?
No.
No, just whatever.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we like
Talisker,
Oban.
Okay.
Chivas is okay as well. And we will ask to these brands to pay us.
Yes, so any whiskey brands listening to the show, Swingrowers would love to work with you guys. So, well, that's been great. It's been lovely chatting to you. Sadly, we have come to the end of the interview. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much, Emma.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's been a pleasure having you.
What's that you say? You gotta turn on the radio. Okay. You got to listen to Prohibition Radio with Emma Claire. You got to listen to Prohibition Radio with Emma Claire.
Hi, we are the Swingrowers and you're listening to our favorite electro swing tracks selected especially for the Prohibition Radio.
Oh, Belleville swashing all day. Swinging Belleville rendezvous. My don't dancing diddly-doo. Voodoo, caca, rally-da-boo. Oh, Belleville swashing all day.
Hey, you're listening to the Prohibition Radio Show.
A record of the delightful piece they're going to play this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, 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 your attention, please, your attention, please, attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
I have something to tell you.
Hey, set off, set off. 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 Whatever will be, will be. Will be. The future's not our future's not our future's not our future's not.
I believe in the future. I believe in the future. I don't believe in miracles.
Can it be true? It must be true, no doubt, no doubt. Life is going on as normally as ever. But suddenly something seems to have happened. Suddenly something seems to have happened. Everybody seems to be staring in one direction. People seem to be frightened, even terrified. I want everybody to understand this.
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
There are a lot of things we don't understand either. We need answers from you. What did you expect to find? What did you expect to
Who's gonna be our future?
It's your responsibility to do something about it.
Well, I have the key in my hand. All I have to find is the lock. The lock. The lock. The lock.
Now listen to me, all of you.
Hey, set off, set off. 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 Whatever will be, will be.
Remember.
Will be.
and make it more swingy. And then give me some horny. You know the bubble, 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 babe. Come on, give it to me. Slam that bass and make it sing. Get those strings that rip and sing. You know exactly what it came here for. Back it up and do it again. From the middle to the top to the end. Back to the middle to the front to the end. Everybody now done that. I don't care if he's the friend from the front to the middle to the back to the end. Back, 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 back it up. Back, 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 back it up. Back, 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 back it up. Back it up and do it again. Back, 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 back it up. Back, 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 back it up. Back, 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 back it up. Slam that bass and make it sing. Get those strings that rip and sing. You know exactly what I came here for. Back it up and do it again. From the middle to the top to the end. Back to the middle to the front to the end. Everybody I don't care if he's the friend from the front to the middle to the back to the end. Back, 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 back it up. Back, 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 back it up. Back, 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 back it up. Back it up and do it again. Back, 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 back it up. Back, 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 back it up. Back, 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 back it up.
Hey, you're listening to the Prohibition Radio Show.
Though we are told to mourn it, we must know that it was a noble sound. As we gather here to mourn the passing of this noble sound, we should take the pains to remember something. There are some of us who don't accept the dreams of dragons as their own, no matter how grand those dragons might say they are. Yes, there are some who will refuse to drop the candle even when pushed into a dark cave and locked there behind a stone. There is, you must recall, a kind of serious study that will give you the confidence to strike your match to the mighty wick that will illuminate yet another portion of the darkness. willing to accept the fact that pain is a part of the process of revelation. You have to be willing to take the field and stay on the field the way Duke stayed on the road.
high on tonight, you and I. Forget our cares, let's just share the delight. Just let go.
Hashtag Prohibition MCR.
I can't keep my mind off you. Where you at? Do you mind if I come through? I can't keep my mind off you. Where you at? Do you mind if I come through? I can't keep my mind off you. Where you at? Do you mind if I come through? They call me Thomas, last name Brown. Recognize me, name down. Maybe we can keep it on the low. Let your guard down, ain't nobody gotta know. Maybe we can keep it on the low. Let your guard down, ain't nobody gotta know. Maybe we can keep it on the low. Let your guard down, ain't nobody gotta know. If you really girl, I know a place we can go. Let your guard down, ain't nobody gotta know.
maman savait que son fils n'était pas si exemplaire. Mais non, l'aimerait-elle toujours autant? Et si maman savait que son fils n'était pas si exemplaire? Mais non, l'aimerait-elle toujours autant? si maman savait que son fils n'était pas si exemplaire. Mais non, l'aimerait-elle toujours autant? Et si maman savait que son fils n'était pas si exemplaire? Mais non, l'aimerait-elle toujours autant?
Find us on Facebook, facebook.com, Prohibition MCR.
Something to me that nobody else can do. Something to me that nobody else can do.
there we have it. That was the Swingrowers music selection, especially for the Prohibition radio show. As always, the full track list is available on our YouTube and Mixcloud channels /Prohibition MCR. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I certainly did. I'd just like to say a huge thank you to Pisk and the other members of the band for taking the time out of their busy schedule to chat to me. Now, normally at this point I would be saying I shall see you guys next month. However, I won't, unfortunately, because the Prohibition radio show is taking a well-deserved break and a little bit of a rebrand. I will be back with you in a few months' time, but until then, all that is left to say is bye for now.